Hey everybody, welcome back to the second episode of Between the Lugs. My name is Gian or Giuliano, and I am one of the founders of The Watch Brief, your favorite nerdy watch publication, and I'm also the head of affiliate marketing for Japanese microbrand Watcher Watch.
Hello, everybody. This is Jay from Dang Horology. Most of you know me from Dang Horology, but I also work behind the scenes for Hatman Watches. And I really, really like to support microbrands in this scene. And I also contribute to Watch Brief. In this watch space, I continue to work with big and small brands, but I really like to support the microbrands itself, which I believe that they really need that recognition from a lot of our watch collectors, because the mainstream brands already had that empire, as we say, that they've got that built. So that's why I really like to support and promote the microbrand space.
Absolutely. Yeah, so in case you missed the previous episode, we discussed a little bit about our favorite brands of May, or else some of our favorite brands and favorite watches. And then we
Yeah.
played a quick game. To sum it up, Jay said he doesn't want Formex, he doesn't want Christopher Ward, he doesn't want Pedral. So yeah, if you like those brands, feel free to ask Jay on Instagram. Why do you hate those brands? I like those brands. I don't know the answer, but you can just message him anytime, especially at night. Message him at night.
I think it
Uh,
was a big stitch up, mate. I have to say, I think it was the biggest stitch up that you could have done. You knew the brands that I liked, and you're like, okay, we're going to do this game, and we're going to do this blind game,
yes.
and we're just going to put all these brands staggeredly. So, like, you choose the brand, and you're like, oh, we don't know what's going to be the next one, and boom, then you choose this one and you're like, that's the one to keep, and then boom, there's the next ones. It's like,
Exactly.
okay, another one of the brands that he love, and then I have to make
Yeah.
that bloody cut, because it's three watch brands that we have to keep out of eight, and you
Mhm.
also don't know
You don't know
that
what's
what's
coming
next.
next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it was very brutal. So
Yeah.
but hey, it's part of the
Mm.
game, and it's part of the fun.
Yes. And I
Yeah.
will say this, Jay and I, we have both received messages from some of the brands that were cut, and those brands are amazing sports about it. Like they understand the reason for the cut. And actually, we might mention one of those brands later on.
Yeah.
So in this episode, this will be much shorter. Don't worry, everyone. And we're not playing a game, but instead we are going to discuss um, our favorite Japanese micro brands. But before we do that, I think it's time for a wrist check. So I am wearing once again a brand that Jay hates, Seiko. This
Oh,
is
why
a
why
great
you have
start.
to put me why you have to put me in a thing where, like, he hates Seikos and he hates Rolexes, hates all these brands. Yeah, I mean, apart from Rolex, I
Yeah.
don't understand why people buy
Yeah,
it.
to
But
be fair,
anyways, yeah,
that's from
yeah,
you.
yeah.
But yeah, so basically I'm wearing this awesome Seiko tuna. It is a solar quartz, it's tough. To be completely honest, uh I originally had no idea I would end up liking this watch.
Hmm.
But the more I saw it, the more I liked it. It's just one of those watches that really grew on me, and yeah, I love wearing it. How about you, Jay?
Oh yeah, well, I have to pretty much add to that after
Mhm.
you saying that I hate Seiko.
No.
No, so Seiko, okay, we need to explain this.
Yes.
And I don't know if we did end up explaining before. It's
Mm,
the budget models that I actually really think that that's where Seiko shine.
yeah,
Like what
I
they
agree.
offer in, especially in Seiko fives, like your tuner model,
Hmm.
your tuner model. Then you have your Samurai
Mm,
or the other divers. I even solar divers, as yours is a solar one, right?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I really think that Seiko does a really good job in those.
Hmm.
But then when you start to go that sub, 1,500 or two grand Aussie, it's
Mm,
you're pretty much now, touching the territory where, as I've mentioned previously, that micro brands are offering so much,
mm,
and the fit and finish, and even Seiko is very famously known for, their QC issues. So
yeah.
right,
I
so I have to
For sure.
add that. But I do love your tuna,
Yeah.
your Seiko
Oh,
tuna. I
thanks
think
so
it's
much.
yeah, it's very beautifully done
Yeah.
watch. Yeah. All right.
Uh,
So
you know what?
my
I
one.
do, I do agree though.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And by the way,
Mm,
when you said $1,500 or $2,000,
mm.
whether it's USD or Australian dollars,
Yeah.
at that price, you can get a good Longines, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
So
My
at that
Longines
point,
was under 2K,
yeah, are
but
you gonna choose a
that
Seiko
was 6 years ago. You know.
over a Longines? I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think I would.
But
Honestly,
then
like at
again,
that same
people.
price,
Yeah.
I don't
But
know.
people, they have their. Okay, nothing to take away from people who like Seiko.
Mhm.
It's the same thing. I like Longines, right?
Yeah,
I think it's just not fair to say that Seiko is just not a good brand itself.
yeah,
It's just not for me, and that's where I think that what they're charging for that is just the offering itself is not there
yeah,
compared to some of the other brands. And again, I don't have to go mainstream. I can always just go Christopher Ward, and I keep ringing that same
yeah,
bell. Get a Christopher Ward, get a Christopher Ward, right?
yeah. I want
Um,
to. I really want
yeah,
to.
yes, same.
Yeah.
Like I don't even have one in my collection, and
Mm,
I've actually held several.
hmm.
But let's just get back to
Yep.
the wrist check. Okay, so today I have not wore this watch in a long time,
Hmm.
and I don't even know if you, Gian, I don't know if you've seen this in my collection.
Okay.
All right, so okay, hold on. Let me put it to 1010. I really, it's my photographer, in me. I like that symmetry because 1010. I don't know if you can see this one. It's called the Centura.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes. Indonesian
it's
microbrand, right?
it's an Indonesian microbrand run by Jason Edward. He's
Mm,
just such a nice guy. Another one of those brands. As I said to you, and I'm sure listeners would hear this plenty of times. Is if I connect with a watch owner or watch brand owner, I think that it just makes it even more personal when you wear the watch and you know the history and you know the person itself and you talk to that person quite a lot.
yeah.
So yeah, my Centura Novus in that beautiful gray, sunburst gray, and yeah, just okay. I have to take it off again. Yeah, so this watch I got that as a part of collaboration,
Yeah.
trying to support them when they were first launching.
Hmm.
Obviously he wanted me to take some photos and some videos as I did, and I have to say this is another, it's a dressy field, right? And it's a very
Hmm.
compact, and it's just the way it's done. Obviously we'll show the b-rolls, but the
Yeah.
way it's done is just so beautiful, and it's like so shimmery and shiny.
Oh, I
uh
really like how it looks. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And another thing, as I've mentioned in the previous episode, I am a sucker for a screw down crown. It's a dress piece. It doesn't need it,
Oh, yeah,
right?
the screw
It's
down
got a,
crown.
yeah, yeah, it's got a screw down crown. And even with the case back itself,
Yeah.
it's got like a half open, half
Mm,
exhibition case back with some of the bit of a
yeah.
design. But yeah, it's on an aftermarket strap. It's on a Straptor strap.
Mm,
It's a very small brand that's, I believe he is only starting out very recently, but I have to support my boy. That's his strap, and it just looks. I think it looks really good. And obviously, I felt like wearing a gray denim jacket, and I just was in the sort of gray mood, if you
no,
want to call
it
it.
really matches actually. I like.
Yeah. So.
No, I really liked how Centura looks. Actually, you know what? I spoke with Jason months
Mm,
ago about doing
mm,
an interview, but then I was just so busy with other stuff at work.
yeah.
But this really, I'm glad you're wearing that because it reminds me I need to send him some questions.
We
Um,
actually we actually had a conversation when he saw our first episode of the podcast.
for real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he did say that he mentioned about James from Canuck, right?
Mm,
And he said he's just an amazing lad, and he
yeah,
said we're doing such an amazing work. So it's just, I was like, hold on, I haven't worn my Centura in such a long time.
mm,
So I just really decided to just bust it out,
yeah,
from the watch box and just put it on that custom strap.
yeah.
And yeah, I'm just so happy with it. And yeah, Jason, if you're going to be listening to the second episode, we'll love to have you on one of our podcast episode, one of our future episodes. Yeah,
Definitely. I would love that.
yeah.
And so now that we
Mm.
have the wrist check done, we can move on to some fun news. But literally right before our call started, New package arrived. It,
Oh,
yeah, so this is a new watch from the brand Nubio. So Nubeo is a brand that specializes mostly in sci-fi inspired design, and they do a lot of collabs. I showed a sneak peek to Jay already, but
yeah, I saw
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
a pretty hefty looking watch, I have to say.
definitely
Just
hefty.
just a shame that it's just such a big watch.
It
Like
is a
for
big
people
watch.
like yeah, for people like us, we've got
Yeah,
such a small wrist.
yeah.
By the way, what is your wrist size? I've never asked you.
So my wrist size, actually, this I guess is kind of a point of pride. When
Mm,
last year when I started the watch brief, that was back in August,
mm,
I had a 6.8-inch wrist,
wow.
and right now I'm at 6.4 inches.
Mm,
So lost
wow.
quite a bit of weight since last year.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
pretty
pretty
good.
happy about that.
Because my boy's getting married.
Yes, I
He
am,
wants to
and
get in that suit.
yeah, journey's not finished. But I swear, she's trying to fatten me up. Like
That's
anytime
what
I'm
happened.
making
Yeah,
progress, she's just like, "Oh, by the way, I baked your favorite cookies." I was like,
I can
"What?"
relate to that.
Yeah. See, I know you can relate as well. I was like,
Yeah, because I was literally at my peak
yeah.
when I was single. I
Mm,
was training, 7 days a week. I was
mm,
playing sports. I was playing golf and basketball at the same
mm.
time, and doing a lot of manual labor because of work.
Yeah.
And just lost so much weight. Obviously, not ripped by any means, but I was fit. I was
Mm,
fit. I was happy with my body. And
yeah.
then, boom, as when I met my fiance,
Mm,
she's just such a good cook, and she loves baking. And all of a sudden, she's like, every weekend I'll go see her, and she's like, I made you a whole tray of brownies or
yeah.
muffins or cookies that you like, and yeah, and then she makes such good Japanese food as well.
I've seen the
So
pictures.
you
I'm
have
like, damn, it's
yeah.
good.
We
It
made
looks better
the
than some of the
yeah,
restaurants
we
here.
made the pork we made the pork
Katsu
katsukari,
on
yeah,
your
for my
birthday, right?
birthday.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
so
yeah.
good. But yeah, so if you guys want to stay fit, don't date. That's the secret. For me, this one, I've sent Jay a ton of pictures of this already. So he's
Yeah.
uh
I think I know which one you're
yeah.
gonna talk about.
So I want to talk one of my favorite watches I've ever worn. Like literally, I've
Yeah, we
worn
know that.
hundreds at this point. But
Mhm.
this is one of my favorites. And this is the new Vario automatic Versa, right? And so a lot of people might already know about Vario. I mean, we've talked about it already. And a lot of people might already have seen the Versa, which features the great like dual face thing. And it does so in a way that I think is unique. I never thought that Vario Versa is just like, oh, it's you're just copying the JLC. I mean, it tells the time. So technically it's copying a Rolex too. Like the commonality between the Reverso and the Versa is actually very, very little. And I went into detail in a few other review. I'm not here to revisit that, but the coolest thing
It's
here,
I seriously think it's such a beautiful way that it actually twists. It's not a JLT at all, where it
yeah,
just comes out and then twists. It
it's
twists
it's
it
actually more
in
convenient.
itself.
It's literally
I
more
believe so.
convenient.
Yep, I have to agree. Yes,
I agree. Yeah. And so right now it has this great automatic movement. Again,
there you go.
super impressive.
Yep.
And you can see here the balance wheel that is actually made of tungsten. Normally it's made of stainless steel, but they used tungsten. And
Yep.
yeah, I'll go into that in another episode. But basically, so I'll go into it in another video or another article, but this is one of the most important watches you can get. I think I think everyone should get this. And by the way, this is not even $600.
Jeez.
It's not even $600. Dude, I mean, I'm just saying, there are certain Seikos. I'm sorry, Seiko. Like I swear I'm not trying to
Definitely not getting
I'm wearing
sponsored by
one. Literally
Seiko.
wearing one. But there are certain Seikos that are
Yeah,
just like
no,
boring and just tells the time, nothing
yeah.
special, terrible strap, terrible bracelet or whatever, and it's cost more than that. Okay? Are you telling me? Are you actually telling me that a Seiko 5 is a Seiko 5 GMT is
Yeah.
around the same price, and
Okay.
what are you getting? Like what it just anyways, I like Seiko 5 GMTs, but I'm just saying this is just
But I
a
have to
different
ask you a
level.
question while we are actually on Vario.
Yes,
Do you
please.
think this is the most influential watch that he makes? Or which one do
Mm,
you think it's
mm,
that describes Vario? Like which watch just
mm.
comes in your mind as soon as you say, I've got a Vario?
Well, so obviously I think it's the Versa. So um I love that watch, and I mentioned it as well in the previous episode. That is uh my favorite travel watch. And
Yeah.
surprisingly I travel a lot for work, more than I
It's
expected.
dual phase, so it's
Yeah,
GMT. There you go.
exactly.
Dual tone. Yeah.
But they have some pretty good watches. I really. By the way, so there's another Vario. I sold my Seiko Speed Timer. Shout out
I
Paulo
get that.
because of this. Because I was like, this does everything that my Speed Timer does. So
Excuse me.
why do I need it? And I really like this. But yes, it has to be the Vario Versa. But now the automatic version, I think it's pretty good. Although both are great in different ways. I still love the convenience of the quartz, because it's
Course
dual
one.
quartz,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
right.
so clutch. So yeah.
Yeah.
But how about you? What do you think about when I
I
say Vario?
seriously think you're pretty much on the money
Yeah.
on that one because I believe the Versa is definitely for me personally.
Hmm.
I didn't know anything about Vario, but I kept seeing these ads about Versa, and I was like, "What is this?" And all I could see is just like a case that's like half open, flipped out, and then just says, it's one bunch of awards, but it also said patent pending.
Hmm.
So I was like, hold on, what is this? And then I started looking up and I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then from there, I was really interested in working with Ivan, but
Yeah.
nothing panned out. It's just one of those, it's just one
Yeah.
of those things where, you can just take a message in several different ways,
Yeah.
right? So probably Ivan, if he's listening or watching this, he must be laughing because our first conversation was that I really would like to work with you, and or he said that look, I will like send you, you know, a bunch of straps. Let's just go with that one. And all I said was that look, if I start spending my own money with like all these different things, I'll run out of money. And then again, I'm putting myself out there because I don't care. I don't care what people think of me because that's just the truth. And I
Hmm.
just never, I don't want to be a fake person.
Yeah.
And the next response from Ivan was that, don't worry, it will be paid for. And I've
Mhm.
already I've already shot myself in the foot
Yeah.
by putting this kind of impression, like what a fucking dickhead I am, right?
Yeah. No,
And
no.
then fast forward to I met my friend CJ from Watch Out 247,
Yeah.
and he works with Ivan and he has worked with Ivan before, and he said, don't worry, I'll put a good word out for you. And then the next thing I know, so I got his field watch. That
Really
was
like
my
that.
first one. Yeah, and then I ended up getting the chrono, and I've got a bunch of straps as well. So yeah.
Um, by the way, Jay doesn't know this, actually.
Hmm. Hmm.
His Jay's photo of that field watch was one of the reasons why I agreed to collaborate with him.
No way.
Yeah,
No
because I was
way.
like, oh, he had Vario. Oh, damn! I was like, this guy's good. I was like, it's Vario. If
No, I have
Vario
to.
thinks he's good, well,
Where credit is due, I'll give it. It was all CJ. CJ helped me, get in touch with Ivan and Judy, and then yeah, just rest is history. And I really, really support Ivan and his work. And when we were in Singapore, we were literally right next to each other. And I think I was like more focused on talking with him and then actually talking to the people at the show because I was
yeah,
just so I was
yeah,
like, oh, he's got I can see all the models that he's got on display.
hmm.
Nothing to take away from Jason and his work. Again, I was there to support him, and I did.
But you've
And the
already
enthusiasm.
seen those watches, you know, so of
Yeah,
course,
well, of course. And I got to not only, see the watches I, have helped design the new prototype
yeah,
that he's working on, right?
yeah,
So which we end up taking it to Singapore
yeah,
because we were back and forthing with the designs, and I said, okay, what would go, well, and I again, okay, we have to talk about this story. So
yes,
Jason, when I first met him,
hmm,
he came to me. He dropped some more watches, and he said, "There you go. Do what you need to do." And then I said to him, "I was like, what else are you working on? Because I haven't seen anything else. And it's been some time." He said, "I've got something in the back of the, it's just in a back burner. I'm just so busy with life." And he showed me the rough drawings of the the Esperance model, which is
Mm.
in, yeah, which is still in
Yeah.
prototype phase, because Jason, he really likes to refine his craft.
Yeah.
And when I saw this, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why are you not
Yeah.
releasing this right now?" From there, it was like just, yeah, it was just like, cascading effect. And then we just started talking back and forth. And he's like, "What colors do you think would be good? What sort of finishing, all that sort of jazz." And from there, and then I said to him that I believe the material choices of the leather strap that he wants to offer.
Yes.
And I mentioned either we can go to Nomad in Singapore, or we can go Vario in Singapore. So
Mm.
yeah, and then that's what we end up doing. We end up, going to Singapore for the show
Yeah.
itself. And I said, I think we can have a conversation with Nomad and Vario at the same time, and see what
Yeah.
we can do about it, and also, gather people's opinion about this prototype.
Yeah.
But it's such a shame that sometimes the prototype to production takes so long, because
It does.
Jason, he really wants to refine this watch, and he's just not. I believe it's ready. He believe it's not. You see how,
Mm.
like, we're literally clashing, because
Mm.
he's like, "Oh, maybe it's a bit too much. Maybe it's
Mm.
not." So, anyways, but yeah, Jason, again,
Mm.
if you're listening to this, get this out of the door. Let's get
Do you,
this out of the door.
do you think it's okay to add some B-roll or some photos of the prototype?
We can do the photos. I
Okay.
never end up doing some B rolls or any video stuff.
But some
We could
photos would
probably
be fine.
we've got a announcement video for Spring Sprang Sprung that I did, and
Okay.
I have that.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, I didn't show it in there. But I have some photos, and we can, yes,
Yeah. Because I want to
I
make a
will.
reel of that because
Yeah, we
so
can
we
we can
can
certainly show. Yeah, we can
yeah.
certainly show,
All
because
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
So, yeah,
yes.
and actually, I have some exciting news about
Ooh,
Want Your Watch and Vario. We are going to collaborate on our Kaguya Moonphase watch. Uh, as soon as we get the straps, actually, it's been shipped. In the future, our Kaguya watches will come with a Vario strap. Uh,
where's my
and
commission?
and literally, it's because of Jay. So obviously, let me give some background information here. But uh, Vario, again, I've been a huge fan of Vario, and then I got to chat with Ivan quite a bit. I have had some email exchanges with Judy, amazing people. But when I was thinking about doing a collaboration with them, of course, I'm obviously thinking about watches. One day, after Jay visited me here in Japan, I gave him one of our models, the Kaguya. So it's a homage moon phase watch.
I love
And
it. I just
uh,
bloody love it. It's
yeah,
so
I was
beautiful.
surprised that he actually was interested, but I'm obviously very grateful that he was. But again, Jay is actually an honest person, and so he outright told me, he's like, "I'm not a fan of the strap. I'm not a fan of the strap." And to tell you the truth, he's not the first one to say that. Oh, I like this, I like that. I'm just not a fan of the strap. But then I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'll talk to the manufacturer. And then I'm actually still in the middle of those conversations, but I mean, it hasn't really developed. And then one day, Jay tells me, "Oh, I just ordered a strap from Vario, and I'm gonna
And
put
I
it on."
paid for with
He
my own
paid
money.
for it, like he literally
Yep.
paid for it. And he's like, "I'm
Yep.
gonna put it on a Kaguya," and I was like, "Damn, okay, all right." But then I'm not a very visual person, so I was like, "Oh, okay, that's awesome. I love Vario, so I'm just happy about it." And then he sent me the picture, and I was like, okay, this is something. And I literally was thinking about it for because it's a couple of weeks ago now. I was thinking about it for weeks. I was like, should I bring this up? So I spoke with my boss, spoke with my team, and boom, I just sent a message to Ivan, and because he's a dope guy, he's very easy to talk to. And yeah, that will be releasing soon. And we will be having a giveaway of a cowgirl with a Vario strap
Hmm.
with Giri. Watch that 2023 on Instagram and on his blog, and then also Jay Dang Horology. So stay tuned for that. Um, really excited to share that news. But yeah, and I'm really sorry to hog all this time, but
No.
before we move on to the main event of the
Yep.
episode, I want to talk real quick about a new British microbrand. They haven't released yet, but I've actually been talking with the owner since I guess since day one. Well, not day one, obviously, but since he first was doing renderings of his watches. And so this is, I'm talking about Johnny from Walker and Crown. So had some pictures here and some videos available. But yeah, these watches are not in production yet, and but they will be in production by the end of summer. I mean, they'll
Mm.
be done with production by the end of summer, and I'll be doing some reviews of each of the models. And
Wow.
just to give advance notice, like obviously, I'm not benefiting from this because I'm not like getting paid, and I'm actually not going to keep any of the watches. But genuinely, I believe in
Hmm.
his vision. I believe in his ambition, and I
Hmm.
believe in the watches. So that's why I'm mentioning it. So
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to you, Johnny. Let's talk soon. But yeah, so in this next segment, we are going to talk about some of our favorite Japanese micro brands. Um, in case it wasn't clear already, I live in Japan and I work for a Japanese micro brand. So I have some perspective on this as well. But actually, I think Jay's perspective, as someone who is not living in Japan, will be more valuable and interesting. And then I'll chime in. So, Jay, why don't you start off with the first one you want to mention?
Oh man, you're putting me on a spot right now.
Seiko.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Um, Geez, like how I said
Mhm.
that I am such a big supporter for microbrand space,
Yeah.
but can we like just quickly talk about this new brand that I end up getting one?
Hmm.
Obviously, it's shout out to Giri,
Hmm.
right? Giri, because he did send us this voice note. He's like, "This is how it's pronounced," even though
Yeah.
he's like, "Do not even try." But yeah, Guri, I would say is that's what he said.
Yeah.
He recommended this brand. It's called JPW,
Yes.
and my God, man, it's again from the start of my journey. I fell in love with dress watches and vintage dress watches,
Hmm.
and then quickly moving from field type, diverse-esque
Yeah.
watches in my collection. And most of now my collection, they all have that, bit of um, wedge. What's the
Yeah.
word I'm looking here for?
Like that genre, I
Resemblance?
guess. Hmm.
Yeah. Like, yeah, maybe you can say that. Yeah, so you can see I have a lot of the divers and field watches,
Yeah.
but I think deep down I still have that soft spot. Deep down I still have that soft spot for dress watches, like clearly wearing one right now, clearly
Mm.
got the Kaguya, clearly
Yeah.
you know uh, got the JPW.
Yeah.
So, but I believe the reason why I love that brand, I end up really liking the watch itself. It's how small it is. It's like
Mm.
perfectly sized. And we've had this discussion.
Yeah.
And G and me, we talk about this all the time.
Yes.
And how I say I really like this watch from Watcher Watches, and then I'm like, just shame, it's just so big.
Yeah. No, I'm
Another
being
one of
serious.
another one of the another one of those things where I said that Kaguya, it needs to be a bit more smaller. I personally
Yes.
think,
Hmm.
because I think it's just too big of a watch. It's a 40 mil, right?
Yeah.
40 41, right?
Yeah.
I think it's way too big for a dressy piece, in my
Mm.
opinion.
No, that's valid.
And yeah, so I think it's a 38
Hmm.
is a very, very good compromise for someone who's got a bigger wrist or someone who's got an average size wrist like myself,
Yeah.
right? So JPW just nailed that aesthetic where they wanted to get the essence of a vintage dress piece and just
Yes.
making it such a unique offering with the the open heart, like we've seen open heart so many times, right,
Hmm.
on different models, but to
Yes.
that silhouette of a
Hmm.
Mount Fuji sun, I have to pay
Yeah.
my respects. It is Mount Fuji sun, right?
Yeah.
That's how Japanese say.
Yep.
And to make that into a silhouette, where that's where the beating heart is just so beautiful.
Mm.
And and then what they did, another thing that I really liked was that this strap, it's a repurposed strap, a repurposed shark skin, where
Mm.
sharks, they're still hunted. They're
Mm.
hunted for their fins. They're hunted for different products, and all the byproducts just gets into waste. So to rather
Mm.
than going into waste or landfill or wherever it goes, they
Yes.
just use that skin to actually then repurpose. And again, I do not support any of this kind of work to begin with, because me and my partner, we are big ocean lovers.
That's
But
true.
just to see, but just to see something that they're doing to make it they are
Like
trying their
you're
best.
not throwing it
Yeah,
away because
they're
it's
not
gonna be
throwing it
thrown
away.
away
Yeah,
otherwise.
thanks. That's what I was looking for. Not being wasteful, right?
Mm. Yep.
So I believe JPW, again, if you're listening, yeah, it's just beautiful. And I really like their moon phase, that the next model that they've just come out with is just so beautiful. I believe you're getting that one,
I
aren't you?
I actually have that. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
There you go.
I'll add the B-roll.
Yeah.
So perhaps controversially, I'm not a big fan of open heart. So that's why
Yeah.
I love the
No,
concept
neither
of
am
like,
I. Neither am
yeah,
I. Don't get me wrong. Neither am
yeah,
I. Yeah.
yeah, I love the concept, but then I was like, because so I don't really sell watches. I
Hmm.
mean, I've sold some of my personal collection, but
Hmm.
then I don't really sell watches that I get in for review. Um,
Hmm.
at least not yet. Uh, of course, there's nothing wrong if I do want to. It's just that I'm not that. I
If
haven't
if
been
you're not
reviewing that
connected with the
long.
watch, yeah.
Yeah,
If you're not connected with the watch, you've
yeah,
done what you need to do. It's at the end of the day, it's still a transaction. You know,
exactly. Yeah, no,
people.
you provide
Okay,
a
I have
service.
to emphasize. I have to emphasize to the people who just do not understand. Nothing is for free in life,
Mm,
right?
yes.
We are putting all of this effort into this, and then just to throw it away, oh, you're just getting these watches for free.
Mm,
What do you mean for free? So
yeah.
my time is worth nothing.
Mm,
The craft that we're putting it out there is nothing.
yeah.
Hence
I
why we are collaborating with the brands, and hence why they do see that.
yeah.
And there are people getting paid fuck ton of
Yes.
money, and half of this shit is not even that great. But
Yeah.
hey, if they're making the money, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, don't just come at us, just because we're doing it for free.
This is another relatively new microbrand, Japanese
Hmm.
microbrand that I want to talk about. Again, we'll do full reviews about this coming soon.
Hmm.
This one is from a brand called Monogriis.
Yeah,
So,
I really like. I
yeah,
want to have one of those.
yeah.
Oh my god, it's
I'm
so
sending
beautiful.
this out to you, by the way.
Oh yeah,
But
thanks.
it's beautiful, 1950s inspired dress watch.
Very, very old school. Yeah. So, but what's the thickness on that one though? Because that's where
Yeah.
I think someone mentioned on one of your YouTube videos, didn't it,
Yes.
about the
So
thickness?
the thickness without the crystal is 10.8 millimeters. But it, like a vintage dress
Hmm.
watch, it has this like domed sapphire
Yep.
crystal. And so I love it because like from an angle it kind of distorts
Yeah,
the
that
the
distortion.
numerals, which is
Yeah.
awesome,
Which is a
but it adds
bitch
to the
to
thickness.
photograph, because you're trying to get that beautiful angle, and all of a sudden the numerals are just getting distorted, and you're
Yeah,
like,
I'm like
fuck, man, like, you know, yeah, it's just
no.
the OCD. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So beautiful watch. I'm very
Mm.
happy with it. Unboxing
Mm.
video, link in the
Mm.
description. But yeah, those are the Japanese micro brands I want to talk about right now. But I'll
Yep.
let you chime in with another one from you.
Japanese. I guess everyone knows about Kuo. Like, I don't want to harp on it
Do we need to
anymore.
talk about Kuo actually?
No, we don't. I don't think we do,
Yeah,
because I
because
think I think
listen, guys,
everyone talks about it.
yeah, if you don't know what Kuo is already, you're probably
Yeah.
not watching this podcast.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
exactly.
you're not in the target demographic. Let's be real.
Exactly.
So
That's right.
Kuo, amazing, blah blah. We both have had
Mm.
Kuos.
Mm.
Great.
Mm.
We literally had the same Kuo. Actually, we actually.
All right. So my next pick for the Japanese microbrand space, and again, I have not I have not even held this watch. I
Mm,
haven't had a chance to collaborate. I
yes.
think I think Gia knows the brand that I'm about to say.
Mm,
It's Knis from Japan.
mm.
And my God, their new diver. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, see, you've got the Knis. So their new diver, oh my God, it's to die for. And we've had this discussion, me and Nis, we've had this discussion. We've been talking since last year.
I honestly think, and this is um again some insider, I guess it's insider knowledge about Japanese
Mhm,
brands.
mhm.
A lot of it actually comes down to shipping. Like, because
Yeah.
when we ship a watch out to someone, we
Mhm.
normally cover the customs. We
Yeah,
normally
yeah.
cover the fees. So that so we're not only thinking about the cost of the watch, we're thinking
Mm.
about the cost of shipping. For me,
Yeah.
and I've told Jay this, and Guri as well, I have an unnatural advantage because I live in Japan. They don't got to
Mhm.
think about um, customs and shipping. I think it costs about 800 yen. So yeah,
What?
it costs about 800 yen. It arrives in 2 days, one day maybe. It
Yeah, I
depends.
mean, I have to say, every time you've sent me something, it's just been so much quicker than Ozpost.
Yeah.
It's
So
just ridiculous.
like
Yeah.
so I generally have an advantage there, but I'm actually a I'm actually recommending you and Gary again to this. That's why I actually posted a
I
picture.
really, really want
Yeah.
to collaborate with them, especially with their new diver. It's the diver
Mm.
GMT, isn't it?
They have options, yeah.
Yeah,
Like yeah.
yeah.
So you would like the GMT one. Yeah.
I think I've got plenty of GMTs to be honest right now, because the another diver style GMT that I really, really, really fell in love, it's the Gavox longitude. Oh my
Mm.
God.
Yes.
Michael, if you're listening to this, oh my God, you've just watch.
Mm.
By the way, I'm currently in the middle of editing some of those macros for that dial because
Nice.
oh my God, the amount of people have asked for macros for that dial is just
Yeah.
ridiculous. And I'm like, fine, I finally caved in. I haven't done macros in such a long time. Uh, but yeah, I finally caved in, did a couple of really nice, good looking macros, and
Mm.
I was like, you know what? I think that watch deserves it. But anyway, yeah, so
Yeah.
Nis is
This is a
my
great one.
it's definitely it
I
should
think it's
be.
underrated. I actually think it's
Yes,
underrated.
I believe so. I believe so. It's
Yeah.
very, very underrated.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just gonna go with just the two the
Mhm.
underdogs of Japanese, and of course I like come on, I cannot mention Poncho watches enough. You know, if I would have started the conversation with Wancha Watch, it would have just sounded like, oh, he's being affiliated, he gets the commission, even though I don't. I have not gotten
Mm.
1 cent out from Wancha Watch or
Nope.
from you. It's
Nope.
all because of the love.
Yeah.
It's all because of the love. It's all because of the support.
Mm.
And I
Yeah,
cannot
and
stress enough.
to
Yeah,
reiterate, Jay literally tells me when he doesn't like one of our watches. Like
I do.
he told me like, why is the Dream Watch so big? Like it's too
Yeah.
big. He's like, why is it so thick as well? Like he's like, well, it's too thick, it's too
But
big.
I love the mid case though.
Yeah,
So okay, to expand on that,
yeah,
so Giri,
yeah,
he was the first person I saw the Kaguya. That was
yeah,
my introduction to your brand. He said this is amazing. It's just he just kept posting about it. It's like what is this brand?
yeah.
So I looked it up and I was like, okay, you've got some interesting pieces. Some of the stuff that I obviously didn't like. And Kaguya, for some reason, I didn't like at the beginning.
Mm.
And you know how you said about your Seikachuna, where you don't like until you start to play with it, and the more you actually look at it, Kaguya became that watch for me.
Yeah.
I still remember um, we were prepping up for our Japan trip,
Hmm.
and I was on the road. My fiance, she was driving, and we were talking about moon phase watches, and she's always had this in the back of her head. She always liked moon phase watches.
Mm.
Our first trip to Japan in 2023, she wanted to actually get a Moonfest watch. We even went to a place where they say that this is the supplier to this certain brand, which I don't remember now. It was a Swiss made, blah, blah, blah. It had like a moon phase to it, and she was like, I just want something beautiful looking, mother of pearl, moon phase. And I ended up doing so much research and I found one. And then it just ended up taking to someone's office with like some just they were just doing paperwork. And I knocked
Mm.
on the door. I'm like, is this place to buy the watch? And they're just doing some paperwork, some Japanese men, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't think this is the place. you know?
Yeah.
So we never end up finding it. Anyways, fast forward, my partner, she just, fell out of the space. She doesn't care about watches anymore. And I was just
Mm.
showing her, I said, by the way, what do you think about this Kaguya? She's like, oh, it's actually really beautiful. And a lot of people have mentioned that the dial, because it is mother of pearl, if I'm mother of pearl,
That's
right?
correct.
In certain lighting, it looks like it's a storm, like cloudy
Mm.
storm.
Yeah.
And when I showed it to her, she's like, "It is very beautiful." And then I reached out to you, and you're like, "Oh, yep, you're coming here anyways. I'll just give it to you
Yeah.
in person." And my God, I was like, "Okay, this is so beautiful."
Yeah.
But I still think my heart still belongs to the Ranger collection.
Yes.
I still miss my Ranger, my automatic,
By the
my
way,
field.
we
Yeah,
have a new Ranger 3 and it has an
yeah.
exhibition case back.
No
So
way.
it's gonna have a new strap. So let's talk more about that
Not a big fan of
in
strap.
chat.
I'm not a big fan of
Yeah.
straps. I'm more
So
of a bracelet guy. This is like that's why I'm not wearing my Centura or my other watches on straps, because I just always just gravitate and grab the bracelet. That's why I
I do
like the
like
Ranger,
bracelets too.
because it just came with that oyster style, and the very small clasp, because it's just
Mm.
gets tucked away. But again,
Mm.
I think I want to
That's
try the chronograph next. By the
that's
way,
also my favorite. Yeah. But yeah. And so thank you for talking about Watch because I will be accused of being biased. For me, no brand is perfect, and that
yeah.
applies even to the brand that gainfully employs me. Uh, but I will say this: we have a lot of new stuff coming up,
Ooh,
and a lot of the criticisms that we've received.
you've taken it on board.
Yep, and costs a lot of money. I was like, oh, literally, I was looking at the bill.
Insert
I'm like,
insert the insert the South Park meme. Oh, it's gonna cost a lot of money.
I was like, oh, I was like, oh, I was like, man, I was like, do we need to take in feedback? I was like, who cares about these haters, man? Like,
The
no,
haters.
but
No,
like,
but
dang, horology's
yes.
a hater, man. Like, he's all chatting shit,
Oh,
man.
you know what? Next time I'm not gonna even recommend, Vario or some other brands. Be like, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck you guys. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So yeah,
But
a
yeah,
lot of fun stuff coming up soon.
yeah. So that's
Yep.
my three recommendations. So JPW, you've got your Knis, and then obviously the Wancher watch.
Awesome, man. So for me, my three recommendations would be Moeris, Monogriis,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, Kuoe. We talked about a couple of our
Mm-hmm.
favorite brands. Obviously, there are way
Mm-hmm.
more Japanese micro brands out there, and
Yeah.
if you do want to recommend a few, please do.
Yeah,
I
please.
would
Yeah,
love
please
to
do.
learn more. I would love to see more
Yep.
awesome watchmaking in Japan.
Yep.
And
Yep.
again, just like Otsuka Low Tech, Minasa is also a good one, but
Mm.
we chose these ones specifically. Um, so yeah, thank you for watching. This episode is brought to you by nobody because we don't have sponsors yet.
We don't have sponsors yet. Oh my god, you thinking that we are gonna get sponsors?
Oh
I don't
yeah,
think so.
I know a couple of brands that would sponsor us. For example, the brands that you cut in our last episode, Christopher Ward, Formex.
Alright.
Maybe then you won't cut them. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
you're a tough
Yeah.
guy.